lords, what wrongs are these? Was ever seen an emperor in Rome thus overborne, troubled, confronted thus, and for the extent of eagle justice, used in such contempt, my lords? You know, as know the mindful gods, however these disturbers of our peace buzz in the people's ears, they're not have passed, but even with law, against the willful sons of old Andronicus. And what? And if his sorrows have so overwhelmed his wits, should we be thus afflicted in his reeks, his fits, his frenzy, and his bitterness? And now he writes to heaven for his redress. See? Here's to Jove, and this to Mercury, this to Apollo, this to the god of war! Sweet scrolls to fly about the streets of Rome! What's this but libeling against the Senate and blazoning our injustice everywhere? A goodly humor, is it not, my lords? As who would say, in Rome no justice were, but if I live, his feigned ecstasies shall be no shelter to these outrages.
My gracious lord, my lovely Saturnine, lord of my life, commander of my thoughts, calm thee, and bear the faults of Titus' age, the effects of sorrow for his valiant sons, whose loss hath pierced him deep and scarred his heart, and rather comfort his distressed plight than prosecute the meanest or the best for these contempts. Why, thus it shall become a high-witted Tamora to blows withal. But Titus, I have touched thee to the quick. Thy life blood out, if Aaron now be wise, then all is safe. The anchor in the port. How now, good fellow? Wouldst thou speak with us?
Oh, yea, forsooth, and your mistress should be imperial.
Empress I am, but yonder sits the emperor.
Oh, 'tis he! God and Saint Stephen give you God, and I have brought you a letter and a couple of pigeons here.
Go, take him away and hang him presently.
How much money must I have?
Come, sirrah, you must be hanged.
Hang, my lady. Then have I brought upon that to a fair hand?
Despiteful and intolerable wrongs! Shall I endure this monstrous villainy? I know from whence this same device proceeds. May this be borne as if his traitorous sons, that died by law for murder of our brother, have by my means been butchered wrongfully? Go! Drag the villain hither by the hair! Nor age, nor honor shall shape privilege for this proud mock, or be thy slaughterman, sly, frantic wretch that hopes to make me great, in hopes that self should give in Rome and me. What news with thee, Emilius?
My lords, Rome never had more cause. The Goths have gathered heaven with power of high-resolved men. Bent to the spoil, they hither march amain under conduct of Lucius, son to old Andronicus, who threats in course of this revenge to do as much as Carolianus did.
Is warlike Lucius, general of the gods. These tidings nip me, and I hang the head as flowers with frost, or grass beat down with storms. Aye, now begins our sorrows to approach. 'Tis he the common people love so much. Myself have often heard them say, when I have walked like a private man, that Lucius' banishment was wrongfully, and they have wished that Lucius were their emperor.
Why should you fear? Is not your city strong?
Aye, but the citizens favor Lucius, and will revolt from me to succor him.
King, be thy thoughts imperious like thy name. Is the sun dimmed that gnats do fly in it? The eagle suffers little birds to sing, and is not careful what they mean thereby, knowing that with the shadow of his wings he can at pleasure stint their melody. Even so mayest thou, the giddy men of Rome. Then cheer thy spirit, for know thou, emperor, I will enchant the old Andronicus with words more sweet and yet more dangerous than baits to fish or honey stalks to sheep, when as the one is wounded with the bait, the other rotted with delicious feed.
But he will not entreat his son for us.
If Tamora entreat him, then he will. For I can smooth and fill his aged ears with golden promises, that were his heart almost impregnable, his old ears deaf, yet should both ear and heart obey my tongues.
'Tis well, like Lucius, general of the gods. Aye, but the citizens favor Lucius, and will revolt from me to succor him. 'Tis well, like Lucius, general of the gods. Aye, but the citizens favor Lucius, and will revolt from me to succor him. 'Tis well, like Lucius, general of the gods. Aye, but the citizens favor Lucius, and will revolt from me to succor him. 'Tis well, like Lucius, general of the gods. Aye, but the citizens favor Lucius, and will revolt from me to succor him. 'Tis well, like Lucius, general of the gods. Aye, but the citizens favor Lucius, and will revolt from me to succor him. 'Tis well, like Lucius, general of the gods. Aye, but the citizens favor Lucius, and will revolt from me to succor him. 'Tis well, like Lucius, general of the gods. Aye, but the citizens favor Lucius, and will revolt from me to succor him. '
Thor to be our ambassador. Say that the Emperor requests a parley of warlike Lucius, and appoint the meeting even at his father's house, the old Andronicus.
Emilius, do this message honorably, and if he stand in hostage for his safety, bid him demand what pledge will please him best.
I will do that bidding presently.
Now will I to that old Andronicus, and temper him with all the art I have, to pluck proud Lucius from the warlike Goths. And now, sweet Emperor, be blithe again, and bury all thy fear in my devices.
Then go, successively, and plead to him.